Welcome back to Wrestling with Ski. Sadly, today Justin can't be with us, but family and that comes first. So he's got things to do. I have things to do. Schedules didn't link up perfectly, but he will be back. He is not gone forever. But unfortunately, that also means while we're talking about everything that happened on NXT last night, you're just stuck with this annoying voice. So I do apologize for that, but I promise it's not forever. So we can get into, Karrion Kross obviously coming out with Scarlett and promising that he's going to have a long title run. I don't know. It seemed like they were like, it wasn't like all his words. Maybe there was too much scriptedness involved in that. I don't know. It wasn't bad by any means from what we see. There was no slurring. There was none of, stumbling over his words. There was none of the useless stuff. The stuff that you hear from all the other guys, and you're like, oh, that was bad. Like, so it wasn't like that. It just didn't seem as genuine or anything. I don't know. I mean, keep his talking points to a minimum, I think. And let Scarlett do it. I mean, that's what she's there for. He's there, slay bodies. But again, not talking trash. But he says he's gonna have a long run. I'd like to see what they're gonna do with it. If they keep having to do promos like that, it's not gonna help, I don't think. And really, who does he have like to battle down there? That's like believable. He can go to the main roster and challenge for things. I was wondering if it's gonna be like one of those Keith Lee things. He gets it, boom, it's done. Look how long that took. Literally like seconds. So I don't know though. We'll see what they're gonna do going forward. I just think of who can they do? Who can they throw in there with it? I don't know. Wait and see. I mean, there's always people that can, put on good matches with them. I think like Pete Dunne, he could put on a good match with them, obviously. Kyle, if he gets a chance, him and Adam do all that, Loomis, Bronson. I mean, there's guys just who's in the spot right now to do it, except for like Finn getting a rematch. I mean, no one else is stationed at that level in NXT. So I don't know, but we'll see. And again, that was a bad promo. There's just so much, like you have to fit in. Time is up, and this, that, and the other thing, and cliche type things, that you expect to hear. You don't want to hear, but you expect them. So, wasn't bad though. We move on to MSK defending against Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. Thank you for, so I'll say some love for Buster for shaking. He has now got me both times I've done this today. It's a talent. It's a gift. He apparently has it. But MSK, I mean, what did you expect? I mean, I hate to be that way. I mean, Killian Dane looked at Drake Maverick, had his moments, but we knew MSK was going to hold on when Drake Maverick and them and Killian weren't going to win because they've done nothing so far since they've been together. I mean, really, what has Killian and Drake Maverick actually accomplished? And then after it was done, Wolf distracts Killian standing in there, and then here come Eichner and Bartel to attack him from behind. They do the whole pose, that whole thing. But they did see like those two give Wolf a weird look after they all got out of the ring. So I don't know what they're going to do with like to do that, but I think it's finally going to be like the end maybe of Maverick and Killian. I don't know. I mean, they've been talking about it for a little bit there, and then suddenly they just went away from it. Like they showed him that one time, and then boom, like you didn't even see Killian or Drake for a minute, and you didn't see Wolf either. So, they got to do something. I swear, if I remember correctly, it'd be better if he was here because his memory is way better than mine. But I swore we saw Ciampa and Thatcher talking. They were there and did a thing. So who knows how that's going to work out too? Because there was that whole thing, and then he went on to fight Walter, did a Ciampa, and we didn't hear anything. Didn't even see Thatcher. Didn't see anything. Now they're back, so there's a lot of things going on right now with Imperium. I'd like to see what they're going to do with all of it. I mean, it gives a lot of people the way they're doing it now. And there's the three guys from Imperium, Thatcher and Ciampa, Drake and Killian. I mean, there's a lot of ways that they could go with a lot of it. So we'll see. Now, it could be good. I mean, all the guys have talent. It's just what they actually choose to do with the story and to do it. that's going to be the real, thing. I think they, I mean, either way they do that. I mean, they can make like a good story out of it. I mean, it's Champa. He delivers. It's just what he does. So no matter what, it's going to be good with him. I just, see which way they go with all the people that are, involved. Because, again, there's them trying to get Thatcher, but then we just didn't see him at all. And it just moved on to Champa going for the UK title. So I don't know. I'm really actually kind of intrigued just because Champa's evolved well. Champa's good. So it should be good. Replay of what happened during the unsanctioned match, which I did think like it could have been worse, but I mean they did a really, really good job with it, I thought. Now showing everyone collapsing, going to the and you watch the end of it, you saw him having, Cole squeeze his hands and all, doing all that and the shaking from everything. You're like, and doing the, someone's really hurt symbol. And you're like, as it ended, maybe okay, well, boom. But then, they show the replay and there's, Kyle falling in the back, stage area. They both get rushed to the hospital and they're screaming at it, Cole screaming at him as they're getting rolled into the medical facility, which pretty much like killed all of it to me and made it seem way more stupid. And it's not over, obviously. There's going to keep going at it on a, it's kind of like it. I don't know, actually. I think it was just them doing that. They could have just left it, showed Adam, and just moved on. But they had, then it was just like when they're allegedly getting, trying to arrested for running him off the road, and they're just like attacking him at his thing. Like it was just a bunch of jaw jacking. Like after that, which I thought cheapened it. Just to me, again, I'm sure I don't know how he feels, Justin, but I thought it cheapened it to me. We'll see. And Mercedes beating Kamea off of it, and saying that she wants a title shot. I mean, it fits just because, who knows if Io's going to have some time off, that could just be, a thing. But Mercedes Martinez is a good way to, I think, to fill the void. And I got to see, we got to see Robert Stone getting choked out, which is always fun for me. I don't know, maybe I'm mean, but it's always good for me to see that. And it was like, so, and, her and Stark, I think with the way they did that, because Stark thinks she's in line for it, apparently, that's how they're trying to play it off at least a little bit, I think those two are going to have, go at it, and I think it'll be a good match. So kind of excited about that. See where it goes. But that would be a completely like new thing, like, Raquel and Mercedes, after Mercedes and Stark, Zoe Stark. So I think, it just brings new people into the picture. Because again, it's always been there having matches with people, but saying her and Mercedes do it, that would be a good, make her look good. Mercedes will probably get the win and then go into a match, with Raquel and do that. But it's a good way to keep people in there. You haven't really seen Mercedes for a while. Like she came in, she was all good, and then she was on top. She was taking people out, and then she vanished. Get it? They do it a lot, but it's a whole new thing. Just like the next match where Kushida went against Escobar after Escobar told his goons to go away. In an open challenge, Kushida comes out, and they looked great. I mean, because we all know what Escobar could do. We've seen him doing it for how long now? Just as champion alone. Like it's been a while. It was like a year or something. I don't know. It was a long time. And the match that he had with Devlin was great. The ladder match. Like he's been putting on great matches. Whether the goons get involved or not, they're good matches. And Kushida finally getting his, like, coming out and getting it. Getting the title. Like that could, like, that'll give Escobar time to go do something, possibly. Just take a little time off. Do some stuff. And it gives Kushida to get in there because, now he'll have Devlin. But there's just so many new matches we could have because Kushida was, doing lots of matches, Johnny Gargano and all like other people. He wasn't, involved with the cruiserweights and a lot of those guys. So this gives him a whole new, this like branches off the whole entire thing for the cruiserweights, which gives all new matchups and stuff that we haven't seen many times because who else did Escobar have to face off against, really? Will he get it back at some point? Who knows? Possibly. I mean, it's always more than likely with how long he held it. But that just opens up so much new stuff, which is my big takeaway. They finally gave Kushida a title, and it opens it up for so many more possibilities to do stuff. New people, new chapters, new rivalries, and then whenever they want Escobar to get back in that picture, they could do that. because he did, hold it for forever. But it does, for me, I'm excited because it opens up the division to all kinds of new stuff. And that can't hurt anything. It really, really can. I care what you say. Can't hurt anything. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it, though, because he was always one of the best in rings that they had. Just now we get to see what they finally do with it. And they proved that he was, because, they put him in the match with Pete Dunne, which, even though there wasn't a title or anything, but that's a big spot to be in there with Pete Dunne, because look at all the stuff Pete Dunne's done. NXT UK champion, the stuff he did with Finn. Like, he always comes in and delivers. Always has. He's one of the best technical guys that, they have. So, that means they have, they had Kushida lose, but he looked really, really good against Pete, which means they got faith in him. And then they do this the next night. So I'm going to see what they do with all of it. A lot of good stuff, though. Like, that just opens the door for more possibilities after we saw him go against pretty much everyone to see what we're going to do now. But it's not a bad thing to me. I think Justin feels the same way. So, sure, he'll listen. He can tell me I'm all sorts of wrong if he doesn't feel that way. But I think it opens the door for a lot of stuff and lets Kushida show what he could do. Because they've been doing a lot of building and having him lose to Gargano and all that for the North American title and all that. Now, well, he has one. So, see where they go with it. The Frankie Monet, whatever, her debut when Raquel was in the ring with Dakota wasn't really didn't, I don't know, evoke any emotion in me, really. It was way cooler to see Rhea and Bianca come down and they all celebrate together in the ring. For all three of them, brand new champions, like New Day and the NXT and the WWE. Like, I thought that was good, but I really didn't get anything from Frankie Monet. I don't know. Could just be me. Her little dog, boom, gone. Like, we got more out of Bianca and them coming back to celebrate with Raquel than we got from any of that. So I'll wait to see how that goes. But first impression didn't really entice me to feel anyway. I can't wait for Leon and Swerve to keep going, or if they're going to put them together. I don't know what they're going to do, but Swerve finally attacking him behind stage after he lost the match, which was a good match. I mean, they're both really good talent in the ring for what, especially Leon, for what he could do with his size. Like, he over excels. And the acrobatics and the athleticism part just because of his size, and he has to make up for it. So, Swerve gets the win, but Swerve got the win, and then Leon attacks him, said it isn't over backstage. I mean, maybe it's one of those that they're going to start like Sheamus and Cesaro, where they were like, enemies, and look how it worked out. You never know. Like, they could fit together and create a new tag team for something else for the division. Just to be able to use them, get them in that spot, and they can go somewhere, I think. So, I mean, we'll see. But I have no problem watching their matches because their matches always deliver for me. Yeah. And Swerve doing the whole heel thing. I mean, he's been doing it well. I mean, we've seen better, obviously, but I mean, he's not doing a bad job with it. So, again, I don't know. I mean, Leon said it's not over yet. He attacked him. We're going to see what they go with that, but at least we'll get another match or so out of it and see where they go from there. But it's good to see Leon get angry, I suppose. So I liked it. And that led us into the last one. I mean, giant 8-person tag. I mean, Bronson, Loomis, Ember, and Shotzi versus The Way. Really, the thing I got out of it really was just there's Loomis and Bronson still in the picture with Gargano in the North American Championship, all that. Hartwell lies down. Loomis swoops her away, gone. Because she's in love with him, enamored by him, whatever word you want to use. Ember hits an eclipse, which I still think is really, really a good looking move. It's different, which again goes with her because she's different. Then you put her with Shotzi, and it's just seems to perfect. And she did it off of Bronson's giant shoulders. He's just a big athletic dude. Still can't believe that moonsault. Might have been crooked looking, but no one that big should be doing moonsaults. So all the power to him. He hits a tsunami, pin theory, which means he's still now in there. And Loomis is still in there because he had, trying to put Johnny asleep before, everything happened. Like, it's just one of those what it was kind of matches. But I mean, the whole night really didn't excite me all that much. I mean, there was good matches and they told some kind of stuff. Like the Kushida thing was great. Rough and them get to go on. I mean, we all figured Bronson and them, there's Loomis. Like, something was going to go on there. And well, they've been playing with how Indy felt about Loomis this whole time. So, but really, I mean, the Monet thing, it didn't hit for me. Could just be me. You guys can comment, tell me I'm an idiot. It's okay. I know I am a lot of the time, but it didn't hit for me. Like there was a lot of just, like the tag title match is pointless, but I'd like to see what they're gonna do going forward. Again, with Killian, Thatcher, Champa, and Imperium and all that, see what they're gonna do because they've all kind of been intertwined. So they could do something cool with it because Ciampa's gonna deliver no matter what. I mean, he always has. He's one of the best they got down there. So excited about that. But I mean, the women's division, like that Monet thing, I don't think it's going to hit. Mercedes and them could, I think they'll sooner or later get to it. And it would be different to see her do it because she hasn't gone forever. Don't remember her being in title matches, So they could do something cool with it if they keep it going, depending on how they go between her and Zoe, which I still like Zoe. I mean, for how little she's been on TV, she's never looked bad in any of her matches. So, and right in there with the best of them. So they have to have some kind of faith in her to keep doing it. So we'll see where they go with that. But I mean, there really wasn't any big like hits with her move to like Tuesday night. I mean, tag team title match. We all knew who was going to win. It's just stuff like that. So I could be way off my rocker. I am a lot, but I don't know. It's kind of felt like Monday Night Raw. It's kind of like this is really the Raw after Mania. Like even just because there's no fans. I mean, you redid the Thunderdome. You still could have made it, like something. And it just didn't excite me that much. So it is what it is, though. But remember, like always, videos are available on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. The audio from this is going to be available on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts, along as Overcast, I do believe. So, I mean, follow along on any of them. Like it. The more follows helps, the more listens helps. And I appreciate it. Justin does too. Again, family stuff. I'm going to try to get together tomorrow if possible. But again, family stuff. So, these things happen with the best of us. So we'll get back to it. I know you guys missed him. I know hearing my voice this whole time had to drive you up the wall as much as it did me. So don't worry, you're not alone. I feel it too. It was a good time. Follow along, like, comment, tell me what I got wrong. Tell me how much you missed Justin. It's not the same without him here. I mean, and you look down at how much, some of these, I look at the time and I'm like, man, we were talking that long. Like it just flows and I like it. So hopefully you guys dig it too, but follow along everywhere, comment, share, get more eyes and ears on it. It helps me and him out tremendously. Enjoy your night. And until tomorrow, my friends, peace.